So I decided that rather than go in my basement, it's a beautiful day outside, and not only that, there's tons and tons of natural resources all around me. I mean, you can kind of take a look, and you know what I'm talking about. Natural resources are anything that we use that comes from the earth. There's lots of times where if a tree falls down, it can be cut up into different parts and pieces and be used for firewood to put in the fireplace to warm a home. And that's really important in the wintertime. Also, the water I was using before came from the rain. I didn't take more water. I actually found a puddle and I filled up my watering bucket and I put it on the flowers. And that'll help the flowers grow. Flowers are a natural resource. It comes from the earth, and we give it to people on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and your birthday. But more importantly, plants make food, and the food can be used by people. So today I've been using lots and lots of different natural resources. And it's really important that we have these resources and the things that we can do, things that we can use. And you probably don't even realize how much natural resources you're actually using. Well, I actually live very close to a place that takes natural resources to the next level. So what they're really doing is, I don't want to fall down that slide. So what they do is, it's going to be hard to see, but in the background over there, I'm taking a close look at a couple different piles and piles of things. One is a pile of soil. Now, soil can be used for planting vegetables in your garden or whatever. Planting can be used for flowers. People use soil. And then there's a big pile of firewood. There must have been a big machine that chopped these trees down, and then they used it to, use the wood to warm homes and sell it to people for firewood. And they can make money that way. And the people that are buying it can very useful for them. They can keep nice and warm on those cold nights. And then there's something called mulch. And I gotta tell you, it doesn't smell great, especially when the wind is blowing towards my backyard or my house and the windows are open. But the mulch is really, really great for things like gardens and in areas around your house that, maybe these bad weeds or bad plants will start growing up. And the bad plants that start growing up, they kind of take over or take control of the good garden plants that you're growing, things like vegetables, lettuce, and things like that. I mean, I know the bunny rabbits got into my lettuce patch once, but these natural resources that we're eating at our dinner table, I mean, we really enjoy eating lettuce. Even lettuce on our cheeseburgers gives a nice little crunch. But more importantly, natural resources are things that we use that come from the earth. Okay, let's take a look around, and you're gonna be able to see some things. I'm gonna show you some wood. Now, when you take wood from a tree, they call that lumber. Okay, and lumber. Hey, I'm leaning on it right now. You see this? That's lumber. There's no roof on this treehouse, but lumber was used to build this treehouse and build the steps, build the handrail, build these stairs. And I got to tell you, one of my favorite parts of this treehouse is actually attached to this tree, and I'm using this tree as a natural resource. Now, if you take a look over here, there's a simple machine called a pulley. Okay, we're going to be talking about that. We talk about simple machines as a pulley. It makes the job easier and get done faster. But this wood coming out to hold the pulley, that came from a tree. That's a natural resource that came from a tree. And it's really important that we take care of these natural resources.